Hello everyone and welcome back to Stellaris and of course to the Lost Moon Unification, where we just concluded our first successful war. Not against a particularly powerful opponent, I must say, but still, any victory is a good victory. Now, if we can only take out this particular planet and then claim all of the... I think we're going to have to abandon that. We need to have them as vassals or tributaries and not the other way around. Now, in terms of what I would like here, I think we're going to ultimately go with the material analysis. It's a bit of a no-brainer there. Bomb, that has made a small difference for us. Let's see, does this actually tell us how many strategic resources we own? Don't think it does, which is a little bit annoying. We've only got one. Ah, right, okay. Well, that explains that then, really. Very well. Okay, construction ship. Let's see, have we got any more places nearby where we could do some building? Well, you know, there's a couple of these areas that I wouldn't mind having a look at. I was resisting that for the longest time, but I think it is now time. Let's go ahead and survey the systems. Find out about these black holes so that I can mine them for untold resources and lots of... Oh, I really want to put something down here to just claim this area. So much wonderful stuff. Especially that, actually, as well. Tanga. Fairly soon this is a... No, I mean, we could take you if we really want to, but I'm fairly certain you have nothing that I particularly want in terms of your quality, so maybe not there. Let's see, construction ship. If I were to place down a frontier outpost, for example, here, maybe even a little bit further down, we might actually be able to grab enough, but that's going to put us in a bit of a pickle. They may get annoyed with us. It just seems like such a risky proposition. And yet, no, I think it really would be dumb. Right, Alpha Hub. All information pathways lead to the hub, where the primary machine intelligence can analyze and interpret the data at its leisure. Very well. We could also increase it. Cheaper war demand, edict costs, slave resource production. Do cyborgs count as slaves? That is a bit of an interesting one. But for now, let's go for cheaper war demands. In fact, let's have a look. How much do you hate us and why? No border friction. I really want it. I gotta be honest. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's get that built. I think we may be about to doom ourselves. Nevertheless, it is something that we are going to do. So let's allow a little bit of time to pass. There we go. Blog's Bane. There we go. We have researched Blog's Bane. Marvellous, I must say. Right, where are you and what are you up to at the moment? You're just building the last few little bits and bobs. Okay. Let's get the rest of these systems set up. We'll also get some mines there. We're expanding reasonably well at the moment, which I'm fairly happy with. Now, we've got some money coming in, but it's not really that useful, that great for us right now. It's fairly piddling in some ways. Let's have a look. Ooh, there we go. Upgrade the hub, please. In fact, go through everywhere where you can do that and upgrade everything you can. Wish there was an easy way of telling everything to be upgraded. Alas, I do not believe there is. Let's go ahead. We'll upgrade you. Oh, sorry, that's a basic science lab. What are you? We're going to go for a physics lab. There we are. And another survey complete. Ooh, physics. I approve. Very well. Let's get the research station over there as soon as you can, please. Marvellous. Alright. Plumeropolis. Let's get a couple more things upgraded down here. As for you, we really don't need society research, frankly, so more physics, please. Midos, lots of things to upgrade on Midos. Very many things. This one needs to upgrade to... I'm going to say physics lab as well. Simply because we're already generating a lot of society research with that one location. I don't think we need to push it any more than we already are. Right, okay, with that done, on to Wolf. Wolf has many things to upgrade. Oh, this is glorious. Absolutely wondrous. Actually, Wolf has a lot of other stuff that we need to build there. Once again, physics lab. We want to try and get that on the go. Now, let's see. Where is the engineering facility? No, that's not what we're looking for. Planetary processor. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter what we put here then. So I'm going to go ahead with a power cell. Sorry, a power plant. We will then get a little bit more minerals going over here. There's not many minerals on this planet, so I'm not too worried about it. Basic science lab. And we'll allow those to build up for now. We aren't going to push it too much more than that. Sparta, let's have a look at you. Not too bad. Let's get that one. Well, you're very much engineering, so we're going to start doubling down on that. Right, there we are. Quantum missiles have been researched. We can go for autocannons. Alternatively, plasteel armor. Got a couple of options, really. I'm going to keep going for the basic kinetic weapons for now. And you have been converted. These modifiers only affect an individual pop. Happiness minus 40. That's fine on the whole. I would like to bring some more people over here if I could. Now, what can I build? We can go ahead and build that straight away. Marvelous. We'll also get basic science and an energy grid somewhere. Let's see, where would I like this energy grid to go? Well, let's go ahead and resettle some populations. Let's bring a dappling over here. Let's see. Morovia. No, I would rather not take one from there. Sparta, perhaps? We've got a couple of dapplings active here. Sure, you can come across and we'll have you popped right there. Resettle that population. There we go. Now, I should be able to get you over there working here. Marvelous. I'm going to swap you guys around a little bit. I'm going to get a basic science lab going up there. There we are. That's a little bit better. Now, on that note, Fertile's Web. No. Fertile's Web shall be renamed to Solace Prime. There you go. And I would also like to rename the star from Cygna Dacronis, which I actually quite like. But we're going to be going with Nova Sparrow. There we are. All renamed. Now the last one, Altrain. Have a look at you. Wow, so much to do. So much to do, so little time. I would like to resettle some pops. So, Morovia again. Don't think you're really benefiting me there. So you're going to come across. There we are. We settle one pop. And then Cyrillac, perhaps? Sure. Let's get you across here. There you go. Resettle one pop. There we go. That'll grow now properly. Let's get these going. And I'm going to build a Unity Jack there. I think that'll help out quite a lot. And the next location, they're already moving into that. Grand, fantastic, in fact. All right, there we go. Quite a lot of things done. Now, how are we doing down here? I'm really quite concerned. I mean, now we've got border friction. We've proper got border friction. Do you care? It doesn't look like you actually do. Oh, that's brilliant for me. I do not mind that one tiny little bit. What we will do is we've got a lot of places we can now actually start moving out into, which I'm extremely happy with. On that note, let's get everything upgraded back here. Physics, yes, please. Get all of these upgraded as well. I mean, let's upgrade that into something that'll be useful for me. And over here, let's get an energy grid on the go. There we are. My dapplings, well, I would like you to, well, bit of a tricky one. Not quite sure what best to place in these locations. But for now, let's just go with a basic science facility. Over here, we want power plant. There we go. And let's have a look. Right then, synchronized defense. Don't really care for it too much. Barrier point defense would be nice. Planet sensor range, subspace sensors. I really don't care for that one though. Ignores 40% of armor and does much less damage to shields. The disruptor does enormous damage to shields and planet fortification and improved deflectors. This one actually has immediate use for my fleet, so I think we're going to go with that. Could I get you to upgrade a little bit? I'm sure I can. Alright, thank you. I'll get a couple more things upgraded here. There we go. Anything else I really want to build? No, not particularly. Let's clear that out as well. Now then, let's see. What for structures can I build here? We really... we've already got an energy nexus, so there's not a huge amount we can do. Though, that being said, because we already have an energy nexus, it makes sense to try and double down on that. So maybe... Either way, let's get a Unity Jack going first. And we have unlocked autocannons. Marvelous. The railguns are up next. Also, swarmer missiles. These swarmer missiles are launched in volleys and have been specifically designed to overwhelm enemy point defense. It would make sense for us to try and pick up a couple of these. Simply because we are vulnerable to this. So, yeah, actually go for the swarmer missiles, please. And indeed, thank you. The fleet has been upgraded. How are we doing for traditions? 15 months away from completing versatility, and I'm extremely eager for that. Right, we've got a load of stuff that we want to build mines on, so let's get down to business. There we are. Props if you didn't immediately start mentally singing the song. You have more will control than I. Right, okay. And science ships. You've got a lot of jobs to do, but you're not really doing many of them. Let's get you down here, surveying these systems for me. Let's get all of that done. And Heart of Gold. Let's have you poke around a little bit. There's not much that we can do on that side, unfortunately. And we'll have you jump all the way back up top. Start checking out what's going on over there. Alright, right now, influence going up slowly, so we probably want another war, frankly. But before that, let's make sure that we've actually got some pretty beastly ships for it. Let's get all of these upgraded. We're going to need a lot of money for what we're about to do. Right, now, actually on the surface, have we got everything we wanted? More or less, I don't think there's much that we really want to replace here, actually. Yeah, we're not producing enough minerals to build a mineral processing plant there. Not even close. Okay, so we can go with the Bone Dragon. And I think a couple of extra cruisers makes a lot of sense. So let's get 4 cruisers queued up. Midos, I would like you to make a lot of shield-breaking ships for me. We are going to need a lot of these because, as we've seen, our opponents do like their shields, and we don't. Interestingly, we have encountered some form of alien vessel in the Walaris system. These strange objects have been flagged as Walaris until we can learn more about them. Ooh. Interesting. Let's pause it there. What have we got? Very interesting. Okay, let's have a quick gander into this. Sure. 1 month, I do not mind at all. Let's find out a little bit more about them, shall we? Oops, civilian ships. No. We always want that available.
Has decrypted our communications.
Curator Lambda Enclave. Okay. First contact with the Curator Lambda Enclave. Well met, explorers. You are speaking to the Curator Lambda Enclave, or Enclave, I suppose. Perhaps you are already familiar with the tenets of our ancient order. Like our esteemed colleagues in the other Curator Enclaves, we are willing to trade, provided that you can meet our rates. Well met. Actually, on that note, let's go ahead and speak with the Curators. Alright, we're interested in... Can you aid us in our research? Okay. Boost to the research efforts of your planet-side science labs. Yes, we'd like to purchase this. It would cost us a lot, but it gives us a lot of output. Yes, I like that a lot, actually. Now, there we are. So, fair enough. We're going to have to keep our eyes on that one. We can probably head down there and build some mines as well. Maybe here too. Build some mining stations if we need to. There we go. Marvelous. Things are starting to move into our territory right now.
Successful.
Brilliant. Okay, so we've already got better shields. Planetary shield generator would be nice, but I'm not eager, well, too eager for it, I guess I should say. And since we're now focusing much more on our kinetic weapons, not too worried about that one either. Combat computers would be nice, though. Also more energy, since we've just looked into getting a much more powerful and almost certainly draining shield. Well done. Lots of things being built up there. I am happy. Oh, really? It's been a long time since we've seen that. Okay, go ahead and research that one. Efforts to map the surface of this moon have identified a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. It does not appear to have formed naturally. Marvelous, says I.
System survey.
As does my T. If it could talk, it would also say marvelous. Right, okay. Well, we've got a couple of things down there. I wouldn't mind being able to drop a... we should probably have a look at that. Gigantic skeleton. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Stellaris 5A have been identified as a massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Stellaris 5A could have supported life on that scale at any point in the moon's history. Science Officer ResearchBot 2.0 has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery. Marvelous. I approve. Right, go to, and let's get you taking care of this. Please research it right now, and then get to other things. I would really like to get something, another claim unit down here to just grab a little bit more of all of these wonderful places. I'll have to see. We are going to have to see. For now, though, I'm starting to think that we should possibly make a push. Let's go and have a look at our fleet. More technologies. Marvelous swarm of missiles. I'm really liking this. The Ripper autocannon is now available for us as well. Can have a look into plasteel armor. Or Devastator torpedoes. Let's actually get the plasteel armor being researched. But at this point, I really do feel it's time for us to revisit some of our ship designs. So let's just do that, shall we? Okay, so right now, energy weapons, lots of shield damage. I'm quite happy for the Panthera to exist. We've got slightly better weapons there. We've got better scanners as well, which is always very nice. Improved deflectors. Yeah, that's okay. We're still producing enough power there. And the Rocinante, we're, again, doing fine. Now, as for our destroyers, we're currently using medium coil guns. But we can have a look at autocannons should we want to. Now, the thing with coil guns is on medium, they do 5.14 average damage per second, ignores 15% of armor and 33% extra shield damage. The autocannon, however, ignores 10% of armor but does more damage overall. So once you've dropped their shields, this is potentially the better one, especially on unarmored foes. How many unarmored foes we're likely to encounter, I'm not really sure. We also have the swarm of missiles, so that's Dark Moon. I think we'll leave Dark Moon as is. It's currently using the intermediate combat computer. And the Kraken. Now, Kraken, I wouldn't mind having a swarm missile system. Now, in terms of the medium quantum missiles. Missiles, health points 5, health points 30. Wow. Evasion 20%, evasion 30% there. Slightly faster. Retargeting range is 15. This has got a much larger range. Does less damage overall, but may be better at punching through their defenses, their point defense. So we're gonna go ahead and make a new ship. We are gonna have to drop some of my power down here though. Bit of a shame that, but okay. Let's go ahead with another large unit there. We can probably get all of those set up there as shields. It's not a lot of shields. In fact, one there gives us quite a lot. But I think maybe swapping these around a little bit. No. I don't think there's going to be a way that we can make that happen. So fine, we'll go with this. There we are. And save. Now on that note, let me just have a quick look at Dark Moon as well. Can we get rid of you? There we go. Now you still don't have particularly powerful shields there. So let's drop this in and just see what we can do. If we have a look at damage, it's being increased by 2%. That's not enough of an increase for us, really. If we do that, we can fit it in. But if we just cancel that instead, let's have a look. It's 120 normally. So we can, with a little bit of jiggery-pokery, get it a little bit more potent. And we still have a bit of extra shielding there. So sure, we'll rename this as Dark Moon 3. There we go. And Dark Moon 2 can go. Now, I would actually like a destroyer that is particularly designed for the mid roll. So if we get gunship bow and gunship stern. There we are. Currently we've got Dark Moon 3 and Kraken. Yeah, I do like the idea of this one. So let's go with another destroyer. We will have the gunship bow, I think it's bow, and gunship stern. These will have the swarm missiles equipped to them. And coil guns. Well, actually, let's go for autocannons here in those slots there. Down here, of course, we will go for, well, afterburners might be interesting. It's 2.1 on its combat speed there. I think we might actually want to add in afterburners to our smaller craft. This might be worth doing. Not something I had previously considered, I'll be honest with you. But it might well be something that we can make use of here. We'll give this a temporary name then. Let's have a look. Do we have any... oh, yes, we've got two, or now one destroyer name available. Orion. There we are. Auto upgrade and save. Right, now, what I would like to quickly have a look at is how fast are you? Combat speed is 2.6. 2.1. I mean, it's not going to give us a whole lot, but it might be alright. That brings us up to 3. I don't think having the extra armor on these vessels is helping us at all. So, yeah, I think we're going to go with that. We're going to upgrade these designs, our smallest designs, to be that little bit faster. We want them to get to where they're going as quickly as possible. We'll keep it as Delcuros 4 because we did make... or did we actually make any change? No, we did not. Very well. So this is now the Delcuros 5. Marvellous. Let's get you out of the way. And Panthera. Once again, let's give you afterburner so you can get to where you're going that little bit faster. And you become the Panthera 2. Marvellous. And goodbye to you. Now then. Do we really want to give you that much? Because I'm not really sure this is really helping us out that much at all. We have a look at this. 2.4, is that really helping us out that much either? Not necessarily, but I'm going to keep the name because we did already upgrade this one. Dark Moon. Yeah, we've got enough room for it, so sure, we're going to make you a little bit more nippy around the battlefield. There we go. And finally, the Orion will also get afterburners, and over time these will become more powerful as well. Now we have a reason to actually research it, so there we go. Cruisers, absolutely no reason in the world for them to have anything like that. They're happy as they are. We've got the Bone Dragon 3. We've got Gunnercide. Why is Gunnercide not upgraded? Oh, wow. Okay, so they must be very close to their energy maximum right now. Very well. They move fairly slowly, but I'm reasonably happy with that. We are going to need to give them a little bit more power, so let's just pop that in. Autocomplete ship design. No, will it not help me? No, it won't. Okay, well, fine. We'll do this the hard way then. No, I think we're just going to go with regular missiles here. So let's get those set up. As for this, range is actually quite close. Quite close. There's a slightly better range, worse range there. Coil guns are going to go in these slots there. There we are. I think that is going to be a little bit better. Do I have better point defense? I do not. Tad bit of a shame, that one. Very well. I'm out of curiosity. Let's just have a look. How much power that drain? It barely makes a difference, really. Very well. Let's see. We could drop the shields a little bit, or we could increase them at this point. 69%. We've got a lot of extra power here, which is not exactly what I want. We're only getting 1% better return. Still, I think we're going to have Gunnerside 3. Let's go ahead and set you up. There we go. Oh, wait. I've not improved these at all. Ah-ha-ha-ha-ha. There we go. That's a lot better. There we are. Now we're talking. Okay. Did I actually check out all of my previous designs? Make sure they were all... Yes, they are. Good. Alright, so the Bone Dragon 3. You need a little bit of an upgrade, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to keep the Bone Dragon as is, but we are going to upgrade all of this. Let's get that in there. All of those upgraded and a little bit of extra power. Should be enough to do everything we want. There we go. It's more power than we need, but it'll do, I think. So Bone Dragon can have an upgrade too. It's turned into a very ship designy episode. I do apologize for that. For those of you who don't like watching ship designs, do let me know in the comments if you'd like me to cut more of this out, especially the umming and ahhing. Still, I know there are a reasonable amount of people who really, really enjoy this aspect. So, you know, it's 6 of one and a dozen of the other, really. The Donager, right. Okay, you need a big upgrade. Let's get all of this swapped out. And we are going to want swarm missiles in the medium slots. Want the Donager. The Donager is going to be very heavy to try and overwhelm enemy point defense. And I like the idea of autocannons on the Donager actually as well. Let's go for that. Now we're very low on power. We haven't even swapped out our shields yet, which is a bit of a potch, but there we go. We're going to need an awful lot of power for the Donager. Problem is the Donager gets a lot of benefit from all of that armor, so I'm hesitant to take it away. But there we are. The Donager has received quite the upgrade. Quite the upgrade. Let's get that into position and remove the original. I think I would like an extra cruiser. I do wish that wouldn't happen. Let's get another cruiser and see what we can do with medium slots. There we are. The broadside bow, the broadside core as well. And finally, the broadside stern. And this can just be there purely to saturate the sky, the skies in missiles. That's its sole purpose. Okay, you heavily armored. And then drop in a couple of shields as well and see if we can power all of this. Might be difficult, actually. We might need all of that. Wow. Okay, well, there we go. Not particularly heavily armored, but you can certainly should be able to overwhelm any point defense that's there. Now, what name shall we have for this ship? Do we have many cruisers? We do actually have quite a lot of cruisers. Oblitus. There we are. Welcome to the fleet. Okay, fairly happy with all of that. Now then, with all of that done, we're here for some cruisers. So let's get an Oblitus or two built. Or 3. 3 Oblitus built. That'll do. We do need to pay attention to how close we're getting to our naval capacity, though. There we are, cheaper waterbands. Very nice to see. Army upkeep can be reduced. We could also get... Ooh, okay. Our continued studies of the massive skeletal remains on Stellaris 5A have managed to shed some light on how the creature ended up on the moon. There are very faint residual energy readings that indicate some kind of dimensional portal existed briefly towards the rear of the skeleton. Science Officer Research Bot 2.0 theorizes that the creature passed through this gateway from another dimension, only to quickly perish in the hostile environment of Stellaris 5A. Why it did this and where it came from are questions that may never be answered. Very well. We can increase our capacity for storing energy a bit if we want to. Or at this point we could go for the genetic modification. I mean, grabbing this resource would be useful for Unity production. But yes, actually we're going to grab that one. Go ahead. Optical sensors isolate a cluster of shapes on the barren surface of Stellaris 1A that could be buildings. Well, let's find out about them then. Alright, how's everything going? Ooh, there we go. Fantastic. Versatility. We'll get a machine modification point. Pop. And finally, we can get empty Ascension perk slot. Okay, now then. World Shaper will give us, well, a few things that we don't particularly care about. Galactic Force Projection. Our naval capacity would be greatly improved. Defender of the Galaxy. Damage to endgame crises was increased by 50%. And everyone's opinion is increased by 20%. Interstellar Dominion. Border range increased again. Galactic Contender. The fallen empires cling to the ruins of their decrepit civilizations, ever fearful of the younger and more dynamic races that surround them. Their time has long since passed. We would just be a little bit better off fighting against awakened empires, or fallen empires for that point. But I'm not sure we really want to go to that. Synthetic Age would give us a lot to play with our species. Shared Destiny. Subject Integration Influence Cost, minus 50%. But, and the big but, is Voidborn. The Void, once seen as a cold and insurmountable barrier, has become a second home to us. Permanent habitation in the depths of space is now eminently possible. This would unlock the habitat. It's probably one of the smallest mega structures you can build, but it basically gives us the ability to build other highly specialized worlds. Not so good for minerals, not so good for food. We don't care about food. Very good for energy, very good for research. We can build them around otherwise colonizable worlds. Well, solar bodies that could potentially hold life. From what I understand, I've not ever played with it. But I think we're going to do this. Yes, Voidborn is a no-brainer. We can now build habitats. And with habitats, we can massively increase our population. I really don't think we're going to expand our planets out beyond this, but we can now really start to double down on a couple of things. Right. You're heading over to us. That's fine. Good. Our ships are pretty good. Actually, go ahead and upgrade. Hopefully, that's going to be even more powerful. Scientist Deus has leveled up. Marvelous news. On that note, we probably do want to get science ships dotted around a couple more planets, honestly. Okay. How long will it take you to upgrade? Not entirely sure. But you are upgrading, so all is well there. Very happy with it. So many things down there for us to grab. What the USS Heart of Gold found on Stellaris 1A were not buildings, but surprisingly regular mineral croppings. Science Officer Research Bot 2.0 asserts that these angular blocks of rock are the product of interactions between tectonic plates. Their shapes the result of an unusual tectonophysics inherent in the planet's crust. The perfect angularity of these thrust faults implies a possibility of alien tampering with Stellaris 1A's crust at some point in the past. Most intriguing. Most intriguing. I am very intrigued. Right, there we go. So, Engos Vapor Refining. Okay, new research, please. We could... I think naval capacity is probably the next more interesting one to us. I don't care too much about core systems at this point. I am very happy to see this, though. That is extremely nice. This is getting up there. How many more? 38 months. But let's have a just quick check of our strategic resources. We still only have one strategic resource controlled on all the planets that we have, which is a little bit of a shame.
Planetary
right.
tile blocker exposed.
Well done.
Construction complete.
And Morovia has finished its queue. Well done, Morovia. Let's have a quick look. You can build some destroyers for me. I would like a couple of... Ooh. Okay, we have detected life signs coming from somewhere beneath the barren and lifeless surface of this planet. What manner of organism could possibly live there? Very well, research. I would like some Orion-class destroyers, please. And thank you. Okay, have we brought any more areas under our control? Kind of, a little bit.
Construction complete.
Not too many, though.
Technological acquisition
There we
successful.
go. And plasteel armor. Marvelous. Silicon life forms. Some kind of burrowing silicon-based life form inhabits a vast network of tunnels beneath the barren surface of Detheris 8. Now, it's interesting about the silicon life forms because silicon is a complex enough molecule that it could potentially carry something analogous to DNA. It could potentially carry enough information, a complexity in that information to be a basis of life. Much like carbon is the basis of ours. As best as we can tell, the creatures feed off rocks, and there is evidence to suggest that they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. And that's all that we're going to do with it. Oh well. Right. Optimized station construction. Or mineral silos 3 and mineral processing plants 2. Or we could grab some better afterburners at this point. Or more engineering research. I think engineering research. But that's a very long train. Whereas mineral processing plant 2 would benefit only a couple of places. The afterburners would start coming into their own at this. You know what? Sure, we're going to grab that one since I've now made a couple of designs that make use of it. Unemployment. Very well. Let's get a couple of things upgraded in here. You are unemployed. That will just not do. Let's have a look. What are we outputting on this planet? Only 12 minerals, really, which isn't great. We could pop down a mineral network, though. It would increase... Well, actually, no. What is it? Mineral processing plant. Are we actually producing any? We've got 2 places that produce. No, there's no point. Absolutely none. No point whatsoever. Instead, we could just double down on more research, which isn't necessarily a bad move. And then over here, you're going to be ready very soon, so I'm going to get a power plant there. And we are going to start production of another... Oops, wrong thing. I would like another Unity Jack there, so that we can get all of this on the go a little bit faster. Now, Vakis, we want to upgrade... Well, we don't have enough minerals anymore. Okay. It's been a little while since we weren't able to afford to do whatever we wanted. Very well. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm also a little bit excited. I'll be honest. It is an exciting time. Right, do you have any more orders? No, you do not. Very well, I would like you to check this out for me. Right. We have finally finished constructing there. Is there anything I can build down here? Have we brought anything within our range? Ooh! General Albel Nograd has died at the age of 115. You led an interesting life. You've done more in the time that you've had than most organics will ever do. We honor you. However, with your passing, this gives us an opportunity to get a new general. So, let's go ahead and check out leaders. Recruit a new general, shall we? You are army morale on defense. Not too bad. 2 defenders. Army upkeep minus 20%. That would actually be very nice. And army damage. I feel that since our armies are actually led by dapplings, there is something to be said about having dapplings leading them, but we can get such a higher level. We're going to give it to Helperbot version 2. There we go, Helperbot version 2. Let's also rename you. You're going to be a general. Let's see. We've got... Next up, Slaughterbot. Fantastic. Slaughterbot, welcome to the army. Let's get you controlling these forces down here. Attachment. Combat software. Yes. I would like that very much. Actually, I can give that to all of you. Expensive. But I don't actually mind doing it, I'll be perfectly honest. So, let's get a bunch of these built up. And this force will probably be able to just crush enemies One would hope. There we go. We'll let it pass. We've got a couple more that I need to build on. I really wish it was an easier way of doing that, honestly. Really, really wish it was an easier way of us getting that done. Let's get everyone set up. There we go. I'll eventually upgrade all of my armies, but I'm only going to upgrade this one for now just because it's so incredibly tedious to do. But that was a lot of minerals we just spent on armies, which don't often play a huge role. Still, I'm glad to have it there. Sparta, I'd like you to have a new leader, so let's recruit a new one. I could... Wow, really? Army morale on attack, plus 30. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we're going to get another... We're going to get a Systomatron 2Y. You shall be named Robot Battalion. Okay, fairly simple and to the point. There we are. And there we go. I'm not going to set you guys up with anything just yet. We'll keep the Spartan army in reserve for now. Right, Red Dwarf. You have done everything I have asked of you. Well played. Very well. We've got other stars that we need to investigate, though. Namely, ones up here. So, if you could please get to that, I would be extremely happy. I'm really going to have to get my science ships upgraded soon. I feel it's going to be incredibly important before too long. Additionally, I would like an extra wormhole over here. Go ahead and build that there. Right now, actually, because I'm a little bit concerned about how quickly they're expanding out. And they'll soon have my wormhole in their space, at which point it'll become useless to me. Okay, alright. Second security echelon. Good, good, good. We're up to 14.6k. I feel we can push out a little bit more. I think we should push it a little bit more. So, back down here, we are going to want... Yeah, let's get one, and then... one another. Then I'm going to want a bunch of corvettes. Very soon, actually. We're going to want to expand this out quite a lot. We might even be pushing on our naval capacity at this point. So I'm afraid we're going to have to start our war much sooner than I had first hoped, I'll be honest with you. There we are. Thank you very much. That'll be added to the fleet. And Scientist Research Bot 2 has leveled up to 7. Well done indeed. Very well done. And let's get a little bit more scanning done, though. Ooh, there we are. A small docking hatch leading to the interior of this asteroid is visible. Oh, I got a text. I apologize about that. At the rim of a small crater on its surface. The hatch was likely concealed once, but it has since been exposed by micrometeorite impact. Very well begin. Right, okay, carry on there. I think it is probably time for us to launch a new war. But what are we going to do with this new war? We could, for example, take out your frontier outposts there. Might not be too bad. I don't want to try and claim you, though. Let's actually have a look at them. What kind of fleets have you got? They are equivalent. Their fleet power is inferior compared to ours, though, which is always nice to see. But they are equivalent for all intents and purposes. And that is not so nice. I'd actually really like another construction ship. Could I get a new construction ship built? There we go. That will help us out. No small amount. Right. Okay, we've got ships moving through. Got a new construction ship. Marvelous. Have I named all my construction ships? Yes, I have, actually. So, this one needs to be renamed. Okay, we'll actually delete it the old-fashioned way then. And this one shall be... Let's see... No, we don't have any names for a construction ship. But we do have a couple of general names for ships. So, Drakensen. There we go. But if you want to get a construction ship name, then you know what you need to do. Go ahead and build all the mining outposts over there that you can. And also build more research outposts down here. We'll get there in time. We'll hopefully be able to pick that up soon as well. But I think with that, we're more or less ready to wrap things up here and begin our next war. In terms of the what we could ask for, we could ask them to destroy their frontier outposts, which would pull them back from this area quite aggressively. Additionally, we could demand that they make some lesser race or create liberate a planet just to mess with them if we particularly want to. I'm not sure we want to, because we wouldn't really benefit from that. Ultimately, we could also ask for vassalage or making them a tributary. I'm not sure quite how that will go, but we'll find out and in the next episode, I suppose, because that'll be the very first thing that we do. But I will leave us with just getting loads more power, because, oh my lord, we're about to need so much of it. It is going to get rough for us very, very soon. So I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as ever, to take care, everyone.